Half hour of bullshit.
Welcome to a half hour bullshit. I'm Daniel.
I'm Josh.
And yes, we're here with another half hour bullshit. So we got another 4 movies coming out this month. Kind of want to jump on them right now. But before we actually get started, how you doing? How's everything going?
I'm very well. I'm a little tired. I just worked all day. I'm working 9-hour shifts, but I'm feeling good.
This dude's working overtime, and I'm just like, hey, don't worry about resting. Come here and do this podcast with me.
But I'm feeling good. I got my
Then he was
big
asking
red.
for money, and I said, there's no money. And it turned out ugly, but we got him here, and that's all that matters right there.
I'm here.
So, as long as I get you centered here, as long as your cheese good, that's all that matters, because...
Centered.
That's it. So let's talk about these movies. All right. Coming up first, we're going to talk about, coming up this weekend actually, we're talking about The Conjuring. The Devil Made Me Do It. Plot is, the Warrens are back, but this time, demon possession. Or is it something more? Could it be Old Scratch himself? I don't know. That's what we're here to discuss.
I hope it is the devil, because the devil hardly ever makes an appearance in movies.
I agree. And honestly...
Or at least the real devil.
I feel like we've already done demons, because it wasn't
the first one's a demon.
First one's a demon, and then Valak in part 2, that's a demon too. So it's just like, it's like they've already kind of done the demon thing, so it's like it has to be Satan at this point. I wouldn't accept anything less at this point.
It'd be more fun.
So what'd you think of the trailer, what you've seen so far? Are you excited to see the movie? Give us your hot take on this.
I am middling excited. The trailers haven't excited me, but the Warrens are in it, so I think it'll probably be pretty good. They tend to be my ticker because I really like. Is it Patrick Wilson?
Warburton. Oh yeah, Wilson.
Patrick Wilson.
Patrick Wilson. I said Warburton. I just watched Scream the other day, Scream 3, and he's in that. Sorry.
I like him a lot. I think he's a good actor.
Damn good actor.
I think pretty sure he was in the Phantom of the Opera, and he's really good. He's very young.
The girl too, Faminga, Vera Faminga. I think that's how you pronounce her last name, but also a solid actor.
Yeah, she looks a lot like sort of Emily Blunt in like 10 years.
Really?
To me. Okay. I don't know.
But either way,
she's beautiful.
I agree. They're both talented, very talented. Overall, Conjuring verse. Where do you fall on this?
I've been a fan from the beginning. I like all the Conjuring movies, even the shitty ones. I mean, by shitty ones, I mean anything that's not Conjuring 1 or 2. But here's what I'll say: Annabelle's get progressively better.
Yeah, like weirdly better. Like better than they have any right to be, actually. Because like the first Annabelle movie, I think it has its high points, but overall, it's probably my least favorite in the entire Conjuring verse. I just think it's, for as much hype and as much potential, it's a letdown.
Yeah, the best Annabelle movie is the first 15 minutes of The Conjuring.
It really, but then 2 rolls around, and it was like, okay, better, a little better. What expect them to get, because the whole time you're thinking like Annabelle 1 clearly is like the start point. And it's like, oh shit, no, there was some shit that happened before that. Let's show you that.
Yeah.
And then I think Annabelle Comes Home, or as I call the real Conjuring 3, because fuck, it literally does just feel like it's the next one.
Man, I'm remembering that. I like that one.
Oh, damn good one. And so, so this trailer, I'm gonna be honest with you. We may have had a discussion before. I'm not sure. Certainly on half hour bullshit. When it comes to like supernatural haunted house movies, I tend not to really be a big fan of them. I feel like for the most part, I've seen it.
Jaded.
Yeah, very much so. And I just feel like, what else are you really going to do that's going to excite me? And so, honestly, way back in the day when, we lumped Insidious in this one, Insidious and The Conjuring both came out, I just didn't give a shit. And I didn't watch either of them for a long time. When I finally got around to watching Insidious, it blew me away. And then I was like, all right, let's check out The Conjuring. And I was like, holy shit. And the thing about The Conjuring is, it really is a basic story. Like, there's nothing really, but it's the way James Wan.
The actors are so
good,
too.
The performances. I mean, so it's just
like the kids are good.
It really is just a perfect combo. And so, but
and some of the idea, like just so Juan beyond anything is like such a visual, like he just gets visuals, or whoever gets visual is the guy that. Or really came up with the story concept with the clap game.
Yeah.
You're setting up so many scares later, and there was so much payoff.
No. The clap game is one of the best things. Like my favorite jump scare in that movie too is, it's a simple one, but it's where the cop, like he's one of the local cops who's just there to kind of pitch in and help out, and he sees that woman talking about my baby, and she walks past the door frame. And so when he goes back to look at her, she pops out from the other direction, and you're like, holy shit. And it's so simple, and yet it's so effective. Like, it really does. It's just one of the best ones there.
Dude, the best shot from the Conjuring verse, though, is like the opening as they're walking through the house. It's a oneer. Mm-hmm. It's a really nice oneer. Right in the beginning when they're just moving in. I love it.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
It's like my favorite shot of the whole
James
franchise.
Wan's really good at oneers. He does a really good one on
oneer.
I don't know if you've seen Death Sentence or not. I know it's not really a horror, it's a thriller, but Death Sentence. He does a really good oneer on a parking garage with Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon?
Wow, what?
I like Kevin Bacon.
I was going to say, I like Kevin Bacon. I didn't know if that was a groan.
No,
The moan. Gotcha.
That was a moan.
It seemed like a groan. I almost thought you was like Kevin Bacon. No, I love Kevin Bacon. But anyway, so
Dude, Footloose.
Footloose. Fucking hands down Footloose.
Like one of the best movies ever. The original Footloose is really good.
I literally, I can go on about Footloose.
I
hear that
Kenny
song.
Loggins, man.
Kenny fucking Loggins. You hear that song, I can literally be anywhere and I'll just start
dancing. It's not a crime.
Where's that confetti at? Where is my endless stream of confetti? God, I love Footloose. But anyways, Conjuring 2 came out, same thing. I saw the trailer, I'm just like, who gives a shit? Like, this is the same thing. We're in Britain now. It's the Warrens go to Britain. And then I watched the movie and I was like, fuck me, it's awesome. And so I've learned right away, never discount James Wan, ever. And 2, the Conjuring verse movies, even the ones that he had nothing to do with, same thing. If I'm watching the trailer, I'm just kind of like, I'm usually like, but I'm gonna check it out, and I'm usually walking away happy. I will say, like, even like my least favorite Annabelle, I still get one of these. Like, it's not a major thumbs up, but it's in the middle there. I'm still happy with it. I own it on fucking DVD, so it's like I still like it.
One thing about The Conjuring too, is I feel like it's a soft, not entirely, not the entire movie, but is a soft homage to the original Exorcist. I don't know if anybody else feels that way, but with the story and it being the daughter, being the main possession, the upside down crosses, and it being in that bedroom, being so specific. Yeah. Like, I just feel like that aspect of it feels like a soft homage.
I'm sure he's kind of heavily influenced as well.
Whatever. Whether it was in the back of his head or not.
So this time around, though, James Wan's not in the director's seat, which is a little... however, it still has the same look. It has the same vibe. I'll tell you right now.
Who is directing it?
Michael Chave. He did The Curse of La Llorona. That guy.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie. That movie, not high on my list.
Not a good sign.
But I loved, the visuals. I loved the mood. And I loved the fucking, let's turn the pool into holy water scene. My favorite scene in, like, almost any supernatural movie. Because it was
stupid.
It's so awesome. Like,
the whole thing's stupid.
In fact, in this movie, they should do the same thing. I think I'll do the same thing in this movie. Is right off the bat, as soon as the kid's like, devil made me do it, they're like, power bomb into a pool of holy water, and he's just like, shit! And it just jumps out of him, and they're like, case solved.
I hope I eat shit, but, like, I think this movie, I wish they almost would have done the Sasquatch instead.
See, I really wish too, actually, because I kept hinting at that in interviews and stuff a few years ago. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is, this trailer didn't really blow my skirt up any. Like, I really am just kind of watching it going, But that's how I go into all these movies, and I'm usually never disappointed. So I think with that said, I'm in. I think it's going to be good.
I'll watch it.
Once again, it feels like I can't imagine this is going to be complete dog shit.
It's not a Warner Brothers, is it?
I don't know. Who does? I think it's Universal. I want to say it's Universal.
It probably is.
But so, anyways, that's The Conjuring. Devil Made Me Do It. We're both saying thumbs up. We want to see it at least. The only thing I think is kind of funny is that scene where she's walking. And it gets all dark, and she's looking, and it's like, man, we went to the further, like, really? You're crossing your shit there, like, really? I feel like it's funny that it's like the time that James Wan's not behind the camera, and the guy's like, I'm gonna do it. And they're like, don't do it. He's like, no, I'm gonna do it.
I mean, it's the same universe.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I mean,
here's the thing. Okay, Insidious is based in the real universe. Mm-hmm. Okay?
Yeah.
And the Conjurings are based in the real universe, but in the past.
Oh. Fair enough.
You're okay.
Well,
you're all right.
Saul is also in the Conjuring verse because when Patrick Wilson is one of his classes on a blackboard behind him, there's the Billy fucking puppet thing that Jigsaw uses.
But that you can also write that away because it's based in the real world where those movies do exist.
That's what I'm saying. They're all together. Like it's all real.
Or maybe the Conjurings are the movies that exist in the Insidious universe.
I'm gonna say they're all on the same timeline. Forget alternate timeline. Forget this weird Tarantino. They're both on.
You know what?
No,
they all fit in my multiverse.
Exactly. That's exactly
it.
So it's all in the same line right there.
They are in the Borderlines universe.
So, pushing out now, we're going to go to Censor. This is a movie about back in the 80s when video nasties was a thing over in the UK, and they were censoring movies hardcore. The head censor, I guess, she's cutting this film up, and then she realizes that the girl in there may be her sister. Her sister went missing long ago. It was a missing case thing, and it looks like it could be her all grown up. And so now she's trying to track down the clues. Is this a sister? Is it not? But as she does it, the fabric between reality and, I guess, chaos, alternate worlds, fucking movies, who knows? It becomes shattered, and she is thrown into this crazy world. Josh, Censor, what did you think about this trailer? And what's your take on it?
Magnet productions are 50-50 for me.
Yeah.
Because sometimes the story and premise are interesting, but the movie is, like, pretty good. Which is not a huge compliment. It's just, like, it was a pretty good movie, and I enjoyed it. Like, Possessor, I thought was pretty good. Not like the greatest movie, but I thought it was pretty good.
I think it's higher than pretty good. I'll give it really good. Whatever's higher than pretty good.
There's things I
won't say great.
I've seen it done better.
Great's up here. I'll put Possessor like right under great. I thought it was really good.
It was really good, but I could have been better.
So with Censor, what do you think?
Censor, I think
just from checking the trailer out. Okay.
I hope it's cool. I like the premise, and I'm on the edge of my seat whether or not it's going to be pretty good or pretty great. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's all fun.
So it seems like no matter what, you're always going to be above this. It seems like your entire takeaway will be above mediocre, at least.
I think it'll be you're taking it more negatively than I'm implying. Like Possessor's pretty good. Like I enjoy watching it a lot.
Awesome, yeah.
It's just not like it's not up there with my big high class. It's not with Jodorowsky and it's not with David Lynch. It's not in that category. That's why I don't say it's awesome.
Fair enough. But that's kind of a...
Yeah,
that's like every time I watch any crime movie, I'm just like, well, it wasn't Tarantino. That's not fair, because it's just like, well, of course it's not going to be Tarantino.
Well, I mean, that's what's awesome.
Yeah.
I reserve to say awesome is those things.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm into this. I'm curious to see how it goes. Like you, I'm hoping the full-on execution is done well, because I can see this is kind of falling into some weird... So, yeah, I think it has really good visuals. It kind of... I noticed... I recently just watched a movie, actually, that was really... influenced by the Italian Giallo films, and this looks like the lighting of this is almost ripped out of that. Just lots of bright neon reds and bathed in blues and shit like that. And I really dig that. But again, those are the films that were censored back in the day, so you can tell they're kind of going for that anyways. But yeah, like I said, overall, I'm really curious to see how it turns out and everything. So yeah, Censor, I'll definitely check it out. In fact, it's probably my number 2. Actually, Conjuring is probably my most looking forward to movie coming out this month, but Censor's easily my number 2. And I should mention this actually comes out next week, so next weekend will be Censor. Also coming out next weekend, it's the House Next Door, Meet the Blacks 2. So Mike Epps from Meet the Blacks, apparently he's now an author, and he's making it big. So him and his family end up moving back to his hometown, his childhood home. And of course, when they move in, turns out their neighbor may in fact be not only a pimp, but a vampire, as they do. And so he must kind of band together with this oddball group of neighbors to try to take down this pimp or vampire. All right, Josh, what did you think about The House Next Door, Meet the Blacks 2?
I think that my audio didn't work when I pulled up this video. But these types of movies typically don't make me laugh very much. Like Haunted House didn't do it for me. I think if it's just not catered to me in any way.
You're talking more like the spoof type movies, right?
The spoof type movies.
Gotcha. The scary movies.
Like scary spoofs anymore. Like the last spoof scary movie I liked a lot, and I shouldn't, is Scary Movie 4.
Oh, wow.
I shouldn't like it.
Yeah.
But I do. Because of the Saw reference.
Yeah, that's all right.
I really like Saw.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
Yeah, like that episode of Rick and Morty where they do... it's going to be just like Saw. It's not going to be like Saw. It's going to be just like
Saw. It's like that movie Saw. It's like, really, Rick? You saw this?
I wish it was more like Saw. I wish they did just a full episode of Saw in Rick and Morty.
They might could do it, man. It'd be in their
called
hands.
Rick and Saw.
Saw Morty. So this, I mean, let me ask you a question. Did you see the first Meet the Blacks by chance?
No, that's I not.
Was you aware of it, or was it just not? You just
my ears have not been tapped to comedy,
horror,
spoof,
I guess,
or
yeah.
like any of that. Like,
I wouldn't even say like comedy horror. It's that spoof horror, really.
Like
I
even
guess
comedy, I don't really seek out super hard. I'm not really trying.
Yeah, fair
to
enough.
watch trailers for that. It's just not what I'm watching right now.
So, I saw the original Meet the Blacks, and I know it's, we were talking about, you dropped Haunted House and, several of the scary movies, and like you, honestly, for me personally, the first two scary movies I like, and I'll even admit they're dumb as hell. Like, even watching them now, I'm just like, they're dumb as hell,
bad.
but I like them. Like, it's comfort food. But like 3 and up, and then like movies like, I don't know, I won't even go. I hate Vampire Sex immediately, but Meet the Blacks and Haunted House kind of fall in this, where it's like, I don't know. Sometimes I'll watch them like right off the bat, and I'll be like, okay, someone catch me off guard, kind of funny or whatever. And I go back for that rewatch, and it's just like, son of a bitch. Like, this was just... And I feel like Meet the Blacks falls in that, because I love the concept. I don't mind the ridiculousness of just, it's The Purge, but with a black family. It's like, I guess, whatever. I like Mike Epps. I generally like Mike Epps. I think he's, he's funny. I've never seen his stand-up. I said that to someone one time, like, watch a stand-up, you'll hate him. I was like, maybe, I don't know. I've never seen a stand-up, probably a good thing. But to me, Mike Epps is Day-Day from the Friday series, and I love Day-Day, so I don't give a shit. I'll usually follow him. And he had a line in this where, like, I don't know, one of his kids is acting up, and he literally was just like, he pulls his belt off, he's like, I will beat your ass during the Purge. And I don't know why that caught me off guard, and I started laughing. Upon rewatch, not nearly as funny. Like I said, still had moments. I still like that line, and I feel like when I'm watching, but when I saw the first trailer, I actually was like, I want to see this. And when I see this trailer, not at all. Like, there was nothing really funny about this trailer.
Dumb.
Period. It really is like, I don't know, it's the most like low rent kind of comedy. It's like, it's the spoof comedy, but then just because they're black. The only line that was in there where you're just like, really? But like Cat Williams, who plays the pimp / vampire, he's trying to give Mike Epps' daughter some money. And then, of course, the dad's like, no. And he's like, well, another black man refusing education or something like that. And I'm just like, okay, I don't know. It just seems like that's their whole premise is like, let's just take a situation, a subgenre in horror, in this case, vampires, and then black and funny, which didn't really work for Vampire in Brooklyn. At least Blackula tried to go more horror than comedy. So it's like, I don't know. You can do this better. And I just feel like with the talent involved, because generally... Once again, movie-wise, I don't know about stand-up, so don't quote me on that. But generally, like, Cat Williams ain't bad in movies. I think he just has a funny voice. He did to go on the Boondocks. I enjoy... Typically, if I hear Cat Williams, I'm like, all right, sure. Mike Epps, same realm. So it just feels like with these people, it should be funnier. And I don't know. This trailer just looked bad. Now, there's a chance. Because also my boy Dan Trejo's in this movie, so it's like... Not in very much, though. I'm not gonna lie, it scares me. He's literally in 2 scenes of this trailer, and then when it shows the credits, or like the names, he gets a with Dan Trejo. Or no, he's not even with, he gets an and. It's even worse. It's with this person, and at the end of the whiffs, and Dan. So that's like a double. It's a with, some people, and Dan Trejo. And it's like, fuck, he's gonna be in for 1 scene. You're gonna kill him off, aren't you? Like, he's just gonna be there like, hey, I'm Dan Trejo. Give my money. And then they kill him. So I don't know. This is my least favorite movie of this bunch here. And I'm not saying I'll never watch it, because honestly, this seems like my girlfriend's kind of movie. So I may get roped into it. And if that's the case, I'll check it out. But I don't know. I don't have high hopes. I'll just put it that way.
Yeah, the problem with modern spoofs, in my opinion, is because they don't take the premise seriously anymore.
Exactly. Yeah.
They're like, you have to take the premise seriously, and then the jokes kind of make themselves on you.
Yeah.
Which is why
Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah,
works so great.
Really, the premise is still real the whole time.
Yeah.
But you can crack the one line.
But see, I feel like that's what separates like regular horror comedies and like the spoof
really
comedies.
well written, because it's Edgar Wright on top of all that.
It is,
and
Edgar
then it's
Wright.
Directed perfectly. So all right, and then you got.
But that's what I'm saying is like that movie is its own original story, whereas these spoof movies tend to just kind of, I don't know, still from other things. Like, it's more about making references than actually telling a
Shaun
story.
of the Dead's not it's a spoof, but it's an original
it has,
story.
Sure, you can say
in the Zon.
You can
like it has a name that's more of a spoof.
Exactly.
But then that original story has nothing
Absolutely,
to do with anything else.
The only thing it has in common with anything else is the zombie apocalypse. So it's like, I don't know. If anybody out there listening or watching, if you happen to watch this movie before we do, let us know because I am curious about this altogether. And then finally, we got Siberia, which IMDb has the most vague fucking description. It's like looking into the exploration of the language of dreams or something like that. And I was like, what? I was like, well, the trailer will tell me what it's about. And it really does. So it's just Willem Dafoe on a dog sled through snow and sand. And weird shit. Yeah, I'm guessing that's what it is. I hope it does this end with like a guy waking up and it's just Willem. It's like Willem Dafoe. It's just some other guy waking up. He's just like, what the fuck was that? Like he's pissing. He's just like, I had a dream. It's so nope, it's gone. And that's it. And he just walks away. And that's it.
You know what I want to happen? I want someone to come on screen from stage left and go, and it was all a dream.
The guy's just like, get the fuck out of my bathroom. It's like, it's a dream.
This is all a dream.
Oh, shit. So, Willem Dafoe exploring a dream.
He's a powerhouse. I'm excited. I don't care what the premise is. But I like the premise.
Yeah. It's definitely up here. This is definitely a Josh. Like, as I'm watching this, getting these things prepped, I'm just like, yeah, this is a fucking Josh movie.
I thought this was kind of like, most of them kind of were more my lane of speaking.
With the exception of
maybe the...
No, I agree. Because I feel like Censor definitely has that artsy look that you like. Siberia is just your fucking movie, and then of course you're just a fan of the Conjuring verse.
Yeah,
it really was. It's definitely your month. So this is Josh's month right here.
I really don't even watch comedy anymore. I don't feel like I watch comedy anymore.
So I mean, you want to elaborate, or you go on Siberia? Like anything else you want to really kind of
I'm excited. I'll elaborate that I did not watch the whole trailer.
Yeah,
I saw a moment in it, and I was like, I don't want to ruin any more visuals.
See, last month when he first came to me, when we first started doing the half-hour bullshit, he was like, I didn't watch certain trailers all the way through. And I was like, fuck, Josh, why not? And then, but he gave me a good point. I'm like, well, trailers ruin movies. And I'm like, I can't even argue that. You're absolutely right. So whenever I'm seeing this, I'm just like, I wonder how far Josh is going. Because I ain't gonna lie, I won't give anything away. Like, it doesn't elaborate on anything. Like, it's just more random, whatever. But I was like, I bet he turns off during this one right here.
But that's half of it.
Yeah.
It was the red light.
Okay, there you go.
Did you know what I'm talking about? Where he's like, it's like kind of cave-like almost. It made made me think of Jodorowsky. Well, I was like, I'm out. I don't want to watch anymore.
That reminded me of The Exorcist. We talked about The Exorcist earlier. When Father Marin is at the dig site, the archaeology site, northern Iran, and it reminded me a lot of that. Just seeing, not necessarily that scene, but just him. Yes, but with him just kind of going through like that labyrinth of like, you can see like the outer layer up here, but he's in this like deep down in the cave kind of thing. And it reminded me a lot of that actually when I was watching this. In fact, but Willem Dafoe, like you said, he's just great. Now, the other part of this that I'm not sure if you know about is the director is a guy named Abel Ferrara. Now, this guy,
he makes me want it to be directed by the guy that did Antichrist and
Lars Van Trier or whatever. Yeah,
but he reminds me of this.
Well, it's what I'm saying because like literally, because he's another kind of like artsy, not artsy. That's a wrong word, but he's very underground. Like this is a guy who had some mainstream success, but he's just fuck it. I'm going back down where I can make movies I want to make. And like the last movie he did that I saw was a movie called 444. The Time the World Ends or something like that. And it had Willem Dafoe. And it is another, it feels like, not necessarily a Josh movie, but I feel like, I don't know, you could appreciate this movie more than I did probably. Because it's so low key. And basically all the premise was like, the world's coming to an end. And it's going to happen on this date at this time. Like they have it marked down to the time. And so basically it's the last day on Earth. And Willem Dafoe's just trying to get everything in order. And you're just seeing how the world's reacting to the impending death. Some people are like, it ain't gonna happen. Some people are actually made peace. Some people are just going suicidal and just like, fuck it. I don't want to be here when it ends. It's a very unique, different kind of movie. And anyways, he has a very explicit sex scene in this. And I remember hearing that in Antichrist, he gets naked in that or whatever. And it's just like, Willem does not care. And if you look at the opening Green Band, when it's like, this following movie is rated R, for the reasons, it's for a ton of shit. But then it's like, for nudity / graphic nudity, which I thought was kind of an odd thing. I'm like, wouldn't graphic nudity just cover everything? But apparently it's like he shows his ass for like a minute in one scene, and the next scene he's just like, pickle! And he just waves it around because he's definitely that guy.
Honestly, I've seen his dick so many times in movies now.
Yeah, it really is. Like, you're just like, Dad.
Oh, man.
And honestly,
watch Antichrist.
And this is like,
watch Antichrist.
You got it that size, you wave it around. That's what you do. So, anyways, except I don't know about Antichrist. I didn't see Antichrist, but in 444, he's got a huge fucking like scary looking bush. Like, I'm just like, dude, you gotta shave that. You gotta manscape that. She grabs onto it though. She fucking hangs onto it. But either way, but Abel Ferrara, go back to him. Sorry, that's what I was going to talk about. He also directed movies like Miss 45, which is fucking awesome if you like rape revenge movies. And then he did the movie, his mainstream one that, he might have a big mainstream one, but the one I like, he did Body Snatchers, the 90s remake, the third one in that. And one that kind of gets crapped on, but honestly, it's my favorite, or 78's better, but I like the 91 as well. I think it's very underrated and doesn't get the love it deserves. But anyways, so seeing Willem Dafoe and Abel Ferrara team back up, fucking in, man. I'm fucking in. So this is one I feel like you're going to watch way before I do. So when you do, let me know exactly how it is and
it'll be on
everything
the next
else.
half hour of bullshit.
Next half hour of bullshit. So we're getting close to the end here. So watch any new movies lately, man?
I watched Risk Cutters, a love story, and it's really good, pretty trippy. Has some interesting influences. I think the guy that directed it watched some Jodorowsky.
You are about this Jodorowsky, right?
Yeah, I just always want to drop a Jodorowsky in every. But I feel like he did watch a Jodorowsky film or two, because just the way he handles certain things. It's cool, weird movie. Oh, and I think in ways the guy that made Arrested Development, I think also watched this because of Will Arnett's part. I think is somewhat a reference.
See,
and it's very awesome to me.
I never saw the trailer, but I just saw the poster and I saw the title. But when I saw the poster, it just had like that 2007.
It feels like
indie dramedy, like a Little Miss Sunshine or a Juno kind of. You told me that. I was really shocked, but that's the vibe I was getting from that. But
it's weird. It's just a weird movie. I had trouble following it.
But you're highly recommending this to
people. For my own reasons, I had trouble following it, but it's really fun. There's a character in it that just makes me laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh. Every scene he's in, he's just like steals the show. He's such a well-written character. All the characters really have their own feelings,
their own voice,
their own voice, their own direction, and they're doing their thing. And I really like that doesn't happen all the time. It seems like the main character does something and everyone's like, yeah, let's do it. But this is like, we all have our own goals and we're all continuously going to do our own thing. We are our own people. I like it. It's good.
I'll check it out. Movie I watched over the weekend, which I fucking loved. PG, Psycho Gorman.
Oh, I want to watch that.
So, I don't know what this subgenre is called, but it's this new wave of films that's all like kid fantasies, but made for adults. And Turbo Kid was like this, and W is for Wish is like this. This group actually, in fact, I watched a movie from this group actually called The Editor, and it wasn't necessarily kid friendly, or it had that kid vibe, but it definitely had this same kind of feel through it. Astron 6, I like, is the production team, and I'm digging everything these fuckers are doing. Like, everything I've seen so far has just been a fucking home run.
The 80s aesthetic.
Yes.
Like sci-fi.
So you did see the trailer then?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I want to watch it so bad.
It reminds me of like if you're watching a kids TV show on Saturday morning, like a live action Saturday morning cartoon, Power Rangers or what have you.
But with great effects.
But with awesome gore, dark humor, and like I said, I don't know.
Practical too.
And it's all practical. I fucking loved it. Like I really did. This movie truly is just, I don't know. Go out of your way, check it out. PG, Psycho Gorman, check it out. So, I guess the only thing we're going to talk about now, I guess, before we wrap things up, is you just finished wrapping up your short film, production-wise. You're in post-production right now.
Post-production.
Go ahead, fill the rest of this time, and just kind of tell them what's going on with that right now.
We're editing. A trailer is coming. Once we finish it, there will be nothing in it that matters.
Fair enough. And actually, I just got to... So, it's part of an overall collection, the Copperville Chronicles. We've been talking about online on our social media for a long time now, but we're finally getting it together, and I actually just finished the script for mine just recently, so we're going to be getting that up and filming as well. So TPS, man, we just keep fucking rolling.
Cranking.
So, I guess that's about it. I feel like it's like the first time we actually kind of came in under time, and I feel like now we're just killing time. We got 17 seconds, and goddamn, we're going to use that 17 seconds, Josh.
Wow.
So,
I was looking at this timer. I'm sorry. I didn't realize that we had more time. It's been great to be with you today. This has been a half hour of bullshit. If you ever come back, do come back. If you don't, it doesn't really matter. We'll still do this.
yeah. Share, listen to us, especially right now we're on Spotify. We're getting a pretty good following over on Spotify, and a thing called Overwatch. Thank you to all the viewers on Overwatch. Last half hour bullshit, we got our most views from them right there. So to everybody on there on Overwatch, thank you very much. This has been a half hour bullshit. I'm Daniel.
I'm Josh.
And you know what? We'll see you next time.